Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Did I just scare Charlie? I just saw like a face disappear in the background. Welcome to Iron Spectates. Welcome to Iron 4. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Let me turn the sound up here real quickly. I was playing a little bit of ARAM Mayhem on my own yesterday while waiting for renders to happen, and simply did not turn it back up. We're looking for some Iron 4 gamers today, and it shouldn't be too difficult to find. Main guy that I was looking for and looking at was Mordekaiser. We saw like Mordekaiser's support in the last Iron Spectates I did. However, I want to see what like real Mordekaiser's saying. We got like a weird well, you know what? It's not weird. It's weird in context, I suppose, is like the main thing, right? The Melis just had like a really hard nerf to her W. It no longer like actually like completely protects her against damage. It still obviously does like all the stuff that it like reflects projectiles and stuff like that, which is still all good and well. But it has like really taken down her like her support potential, because I love playing her as support, but it just makes it like a little bit awkward, a little bit shabby. Nasus Yonkel as well is very interesting. Pretty good into that team though, admittedly. Like Kindred, Yasuo, Kog'Maw are all like very, very, very nice picks, I suppose, for our man to be playing with. It's it should be a half decent game, although realistically, I don't know like what to expect from bot lane here, because like decently high kill pressure lane with like, you know, Jinx Zaps poking, Lux poking, Qs for the catch, but then if like the Mel has like a prefrontal cortex, and we should not ever actually be seeing anything like particularly happen there. You know, we shouldn't be seeing any picks because she'll be bouncing them back and doing lots and lots and lots of damage. Can you do an Iron Spectates where you only talk like Sir David Attenborough would do during a nature documentary? Here we have the majestic sloth in his natural habitat. I actually, funnily enough, like, weird coincidence, but like do you know what's crazy? So I did a sponsorship while we're waiting for something like crazy to happen in this. I did a sponsorship with Bethesda recently, which was just for like a short, and you had to like pitch your stuff, and you know, I was like, honestly, I really needed a little bit extra money, and I love the Fallout game, so I was like, this is a very easy get for me. But one thing that I did notice after the fact, does he realize? Hold on, brother. Sorry. Oh, he's actually a warrior, man. I wonder, you obviously realized eventually, but just absolutely tanking that like a warrior for the entire time. He wanted those minions. So I didn't mind, and this is like, we are nowhere near the same level, but I was like, alright, a couple $100 or whatever. Excellent work. Just for a short, I suggested I had to do like a whole thing where we put like, give the like my draft of the idea. They wanted like an actual like idea, so I was like, David Attenborough kind of thing, talking about like legendary animals in Fallout, and it's gonna be about like the Deathclaw or whatever, because their Deathclaws are cool. And then I saw like Shroud's ad, which was like a full set. He had like hired multiple dogs to be like dog meat. He had like a full wardrobe outfit, like VF, all this stuff, and I was just like, man, it is crazy how the other side lives, isn't it? It's crazy. Space Dragon Breath is not a projectile. Aurelian Soul Q is not a projectile. There is absolutely nothing in this lane. I mean, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think, right? Like, can Yasuo block ulti from Aurelian Sol if he's in the right position for it? I don't even know. I don't think it counts as a projectile either. I don't think I've ever seen it be blocked, so I'm gonna presume not. It's a thing on the ground, but it looks like it's coming down, but it's obviously just an effect that happens, and then obviously like the explosion and all that kind of jazz happens. So it's a weird one. Anyway, we have First Blood on top side. It's like Nasus-y. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Even though there is like an animation that like looks like there's some stuff going down there, and I presume as well, obviously, that even though it's almost certainly coded like a big circle of minions, that Aurelian Sol ulti, when he has Sky Ascends, the Skies Descend, sorry, you can't just block a section of it with Windwall or anything like that. Yasuo used to be a counter to Aurelian Sol back in the day. Yeah, back when you used to, if you were a Aurelian Sol player, you would start like about here, press Q, start flying, and then you'd have like a galaxy-sized AoE stun that was about the size of the lane by the time you actually got into lane. That was good times. That was better times, man. That was better times. How many stacks we got on Nasus? It's got 78 stacks so far. Kindred's coming in for bot lane gank as well. Lovely little thing there. Double.
Double up on this the snares. Get flash out as well. Good job. Kindred, get the hell out of the lane, brother. You've already been here. Get out of the lane! Sorry. Yes, I think I will just auto attack 3 different minions, and then I will not even back in the bush on top of a ward. Yes, this is a great idea. Wait, no, sorry, that's not their ward. They have a ward there now. It was I saw the red and I assumed it was for red side. No, it's like red. No, it's there. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to remember what this matchup looks like as far as like Mordekaiser versus Shen. I think it could be tough, but I don't think it's that bad if you're picking your battles on Mordekaiser. You know what I mean? Not even that hot of a take. Old Day Saw was so bad in terms of design. I'm trying to remember what his E was. Oh my, wait, no, it was. So okay, so his W was the balls that span around him. His Q was the big AoE. The balls were the spin around, like his W, and his E was fly, and then his ulti was just imagine like Lux ulti but shorter and worse. He went ha, he went fa, and then you know things did damage, but it was never like that much damage. Mordekaiser does appear to be actually winning this fight though. I was pretty like in my head like I'm sure that Mordekaiser like does win this. I have a feeling that he's going to hold on though. Okay. Just want to like point out there, not that I think it's particular. Oh wait, no, maybe not. I mean, if he was spamming W, there's like a maybe a chance that he could have actually blocked that shot, but it was close, man. It was close. It was just a big sneeze, man. It was a big sneeze. More like F's Shen. Yeah, I would have said it's probably not that bad. I can't remember though, but Shens always have like a way of surprising me. I'm always like surprised by how much damage a Shen can do like out of seemingly nowhere. I mean, once he engages on you, if he does E on you, I think he's like dead, right? Like he's in trouble. But he is up in CS. He's also got a pick as well, so it's not too bad. 24 seconds left on rebuttal. A random as hell level 4 Dragon Call from this Iron Kindred that is just, I mean, just never going to go well. I mean, good job, like, I mean, to be honest with you, Nexus was probably going to go and do his own level 5 solo attempt of Dragon himself. Just a coincidence he happened to interrupt another person making a bad call. Because, I mean, like, we got, like, a little bit of vision, but, like, there's not really there's no priority for anybody. Like, I feel like the wave was in the middle there, and everybody's there. I guess, like, Kog'Maw's not there. Flash is out, though. Oh, my God, he missmited. He did not get it. Okay, I don't know why, like, I almost called him his name. Nicole Le Terrible. I don't know why Kog'Maw had to flash there. I mean, taking a W. Taking a W. Not that big a deal. You got a decent amount of HP. That being said, though, I appreciate that I live on the opposite side of the spectrum from this Kog'Maw. And from a lot of people. Some people will, like, see danger and flash it because they don't want to take any damage at all, and that's probably like a good way of doing things. Me, on the other hand, I will tank it to limit test how much damage I can take in hopes that I do not have to flash at all, and then I will flash at the last minute to prevent the damage coming out. I'm like, at least gotta get like an ulti out of somebody. I gotta get like some big thing out of an enemy. They gotta have to pop something if they're gonna kill me here. Bro clearly doesn't know to never interrupt your enemy while they're making a mistake. That's so true. That's so true. I mean, Shen's getting kind of battered up here. I think I've like actually like, I feel like one of my solo queue games, I actually like kind of said something around those lines to like one of my top laners. He was doing like, I think we won that game. I think it might be like an Ornn or something. He was just getting like frustrated and pissed off, and he was getting really angry with our jungler, and I was just like, brother, I mean, like, listen. Oh no, it was a set. It was a set. He was losing. He was getting camped or whatever. And I was just like, listen. There's like an art to losing the game. And you need to like appreciate that like you're not main character this game. But that doesn't mean that you're not doing like good work by, you know, drawing pressure and like not dying. Like if you can just survive a gank and like not make them force ulti's out, summoner's out. Like, congratulations, man. It's like, it might not be as good as a kill for you, but in like 3 minutes time, when the enemy jungler comes in bot lane or like we fight over dragon and they have nothing up, like this is like supremely valuable to us. Like, so you're like winning game across the map by like preserving your own existence in some way, shape, or form. But a lot of people, I mean, sometimes I get pissed off and I'm emotional when I do dumb stuff and take dumb fights. But there's an art to like losing lane, I think, and especially like if you're not winning, you just gotta like, especially in the elo that I'm in, you gotta you gotta wait for your enemy to make a mistake, man. You don't interrupt them when they're in the process of doing it, because like, I mean, what the hell do we think that like a gold player isn't about to make a mistake at any given moment? All it takes is like a jungler appearing, coming this way, and then turning back around for like them to be like, okay, it's gold time, flash, and then their jungler is already like turned around and left and they're nowhere nearby. Oh my god, there we go. Pick on that, get excited, it's gonna get him out. No mana on the Kog'Maw either. This is kind of gas actually seeing like an iron level Kog'Maw, because you're like, I wonder if he's gonna space glide. He's probably not going to, if I'm being honest. But we got some flashes out there as well. Jinx had to flash there because Kindred appeared. But Kindred is, I mean, she's just taxing. Why? I don't know, brother. But like, she's out here, man. Now that I think about it, Dusk and Dawn, Shen can beat Mord. He's not going Dusk and Dawn. I mean, hold on. I need to like look at this, just because the shields. It's like mostly like Q stuff that does the big hits, right? Next 3 attacks. I guess, yeah, you get double proc on Q immediately. So that's 8% max health damage, which is like kind of crazy if you're poking like decently. I don't think it's not like it's gonna be enough though. I think he's just binned it for no reason. Hold on though. Mordecai, so you gotta like realize, don't continue to pursue that. He made the mistake. I think it's time to back away. That's a shame. He's got TP though, it's okay. Another kill in bot lane. This is like the least bloodbathful Iron game I've like watched this season so far. Look at that. Oh, he did like absolutely 0 damage. Kog'Maw's doing work though. That was a really nice Jinx trap, so. Jinx trap. More W counters percent HP damage, too much for Shen to ever outdo him in any build beside full crit. You think so? I mean, I guess, I don't know. The shields, I mean, what I've noticed a lot in, at least from watching that Iron Mordekaiser player who played like Mordekaiser support in the last one, was I feel like I need to watch a little bit and just see what his like self-control is like with W. There's not much skill expression with Mordekaiser. I think most of the skill expression on the champion comes with like flash mechanics. For instance, like flashing forward to reduce the distance an enemy can run away from ulti and stuff like that. Like you can manipulate the space you have to work with in the Death Realm. So I guess you could ulti and flash backwards to is it to pull in the zone, so it's actually like maybe like for instance if they're next to a tower and you want to keep them as close to the tower as possible. And then obviously like you got like flash Qs and stuff like that, like similar to Shen I suppose, but beyond that there's not really that much to it. But you would be surprised how many people like spam W to heal as opposed to like holding it to wait for burst to come through and then pressing W like towards the end of its like duration to like get that. Even if it's less HP, you still get more shield to work with, and that could be like super duper valuable though. I suppose is exceptionally bad in short trades if you can win with blade placement. Yeah, I think if Shen can get in, get Q proc, and then get out, he's always just going to win trades like that when you're chipping down max percent health. But I mean, if Mordekaiser lands an E, which isn't always going to happen, then yeah. The Shen is buying components for 2 different items at the same time. I was going to say, he's building like Heartsteel and Titanic Hydra at the same time, right? But I mean, like, going Tiamat is not like weird, I would say. going Tiamat into a full item isn't that strange. You're into like melee matchup as well, so it's probably you're gonna get the procs, right? You play without E as Shen, basically. Yeah, and to be honest with you, if you're going near Mordekaiser a lot, to be honest with you, I mean you could probably bait in like E, Q auto Tiamat or whatever, and then E away, right? Buying Tiamat is a terrible idea, but it is recommended. So what you, I mean, yeah, it's probably not like the most ideal situation. But that being said, like, how much do I agree necessarily with going full MR when, like, you know, a lot of the top side of the map is AD? I mean, and he's kind of beating Mordekaiser's ass. I mean, that can all change. This is very nice, though. This is, like, incredible for Mordekaiser. This is a huge ulti. He's kind of trapped just outside tower range. He's not... Okay, I don't really... I mean... Why were you in your ulti, man? You put it down! You're the one that put it down! Oh, mamma mia. It's Kindred, Mord, Mel, and Kog'Maw. I mean, I wouldn't, to be honest with you, like, I wouldn't really have to worry about, like, Mel percent damage. Like, she goes, like, I mean, she goes, like, she going Woodens? First item? I think, like, the recommended build is, like, yeah, we are talking a little bit too much about, like, optimal build theory here, but, like, Mel, it's like, Leandri's Torment is like, an expensive item, and it's probably going to take Mel a long time to get there, but she would probably still end up going, like, Ludens maybe into Blackfire, and then Leandri's. That's going to be, like, a long-ass time, and it's going to require a lot of fucking cash to get there. That is probably not going to happen. That W, like, put nothing back. Kog'Maw is a very real thing that is to be worried about. That being said, though, I mean, if he's rushing Tiamat and he gets some stacks and stuff like that, I mean, that's whatever, right? Like, he's going to build it, he's going to build it. Obviously, Kindred, I think, has some max health. There is actually quite a solid amount of max health damage on that team. I can't remember where it comes from, though. Oh, it's from the active on W. Yeah. But yeah, I mean... The gauge on red side is, like, kind of not really there. I don't think Aurelian Eing into the middle of a team is counts. Or Wing, is it W or E that is now? Is it Wing into the middle of a team is probably considered engage. But yeah, the easiest thing to learn in this game is how to build correctly. I too will never learn mechanics. That, I mean, I think I'm not good at itemization because I actually don't know what items are good and bad, but I do, like, at least know that if I'm looking at a team where... If you watch back the Iron Spectates where I'm... Not the Iron Spectates, sorry, it's called Filtered Diamond. Sorry. It's not Iron Spectates. It is slightly better than Iron Spectates, okay? I do like end up having a lot of situations where I'm like I'm stuck because, for instance, like let's say like the Mordekaiser is in top side, I'm against Mordekaiser, and then there is an Aurelian Sol on the enemy team, and I'm like a lot of that top side of the map is gonna be like magic damage, so like I'm more likely to run into these people, but their bot lane is actually like 6-0. So like I'm winning lane, but I might be cooked later because I'm not building any defenses against the person that will be a problem soon. It's been renamed to 2 Ganks from Emerald. I'm back in Emerald on that, spoiler alert, but at the same time, yeah. Oh, by the way, I should probably say as well, I've booted up a very, very old channel because I think some people missed the indie games that I was playing, so I was like, you know what, I'll just make a place for them. Ross IRL is the place to go check that out. There'll probably be like links in the description and stuff like that on this YouTube video. If you're in Twitch chat or whatever, I can link it very, very soon for you. But yeah, I mean, the first game that I'm playing is like Mugenics. It's not monetized, so you're not gonna get any do you get ads on it anymore? I think YouTube might put ads on it for their own benefit, but I don't get any money from it. But the channel's unmonetized, so if you just want an hour-long indie game that you may not have heard of, or you want to check out, I don't know, Edmund McMillan's new project, by all means, you can go have a look at that. I'd appreciate it. You should call it Bonus Boomsocks. Here's the thing, if I'm gonna name it anything, I want it to have the word Ross in it, because Boomsocks is a name that I'm not sick of in any regard, but like it was very like intentionally called RossBoomsocks at the very least because I wanted my first name to be in it so that people call me Ross, you know? If my name was just Boomsocks, do you know how annoying this shit would be for people to call me Boomsocks all the time? I'd be like, Mr. Boomsocks was my father, you know? So yeah, I don't know what to call it. It's just called Ross IRL right now, but I'm open to suggestions. If anybody has any like good like suggestions for like a cool name for just indie games, stuff that I was doing on the channel like 6 months ago, that I still love and I want to do, but it'll be just unedited looking at games and having some fun. That's basically all it is, right? But yeah, you still get ads on unmonetized, but it's less egregious. That's like crazy devious, man, but I get it, I guess. It used to be so easy to get monetized on YouTube, but they've made it like kind of hard now. It's like 4,000 hours or 10 million views on shorts, which is nuts, man. 10 million in 90 days as well. That's just kind of crazy to me. A lot of like AI guy. The upside is to like them stealing like £3 from me is that I have my Twitter algorithm is filled with like YouTube automation guys who like make AI videos about like the Napoleonic War or whatever nation that they believe is to be like the greatest CPM. They're all like, oh, YouTube has stolen like 12 grand from me because they've demonetized my channel. So they just like, they're obviously like not in it for like the actual love of the game. They were making over 10 grand a month on a channel, and instead of being like, maybe I should like put effort into this so that it doesn't get demonetized, like I now have the capital to make actual good content with like people that are involved in it. They're like, nah, brother, I think actually what I'm gonna do is keep them overheads low and keep them that gross net revenue high, and then it's just being nuked from space. Yeah, that's the good stuff there, man. This is okay. So we were right about Titanic at the very least. I'm so shocked that like Mordekaiser's just getting blitzed this hard. Nasus like barely touched topside. He's 4-0 as well. Trinity Force into Protoplasm Harness is like actually cooked though. Like, I genuinely don't know. You've spent like what 3k gold almost? Is it 3k? Is that how much the item costs to heal like under 400 HP? With like a little bit of HP and ability haste. Like it just doesn't, like what's your base? I mean those stats are just not it, man. It's just, there's nothing there. Ramako, how you doing, brother? Thanks so much for the sub. So that's a cook build. I honestly like, I feel like Protoplasm Harness is like a really good item, but only on like maybe 2 champions. One of them is Rammus, and then like maybe Leona. And even then, like, it's kind of expensive for Leona to be... It's, like, a difficult one to get. Maybe Malphite as well you could get away with, but that's kind of debatable. It's a little bit arguable. Like, I think Protoplasm is a noob trap. I think it's a good item on Rammus, though. Like, definitely. I think it is. Like, especially... But only... Thing is, again, only if it procs during your W. If it procs during your W, then it is... It basically heals, like, half, if not more, of your health bar. If it doesn't proc during your W, then it's fine. But I just think that, like, realistically, there's probably better items to be picking up that make it happen, I suppose. Boom, 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 boom. This is post-nerf Mel. Yeah. Oh, wait, did they lower the E? Wait, hold on. Did they reward the hitbox of Mel E as well? Dude, no wonder, man. No wonder Mel's in a bad spot right now. People hate playing against her. Someone in Reddit said they changed the hitbox. That makes sense. Do you know what's like weird? I don't know if this is like the contrarian within my bones. I actually kind of like playing into Mel. Nobody does at all. There's like it's difficult to explain. There's just something about it that makes me feel like there's a mind game. Like I'm like Sherlock Holmes and the game is afoot, man. And I'm like, like, I need to figure out a way of, like, working around this. Like, if there's an enemy Mel and I'm playing Leona, I'm like, this is gas. I'm going to throw my E into her willy-nilly. She's going to, like, panic W at some point, and she's going to literally, like, hookshot herself straight into my Q. It's going to be good. Yeah, there's something to it. But, I mean, obviously, like, now, her W doesn't actually really mitigate much damage at all. Like, it's been changed, so What is it? Let's see here. It converts damage to physical damage and then like reduces it slightly, if I recall, if I read that right. But I mean, she's here. Yeah, she went for Wooden's first item, as expected. Wow, Shen is going kind of crazy in this. This Kindred is not doing much of anything. She just doesn't have her respite up, right? Like, she's not gonna be able to do much of anything here. I feel like Kog'Maw's like kind of like, he's strong though, man, and he has been kind of gliding a little bit in the background. I don't know if we were seeing him a little bit earlier, but he's got some schmoves on him. He's got no peel. Like, there's negative peel on this team. And I feel like Kindred's ulti is going to work against him more than it is going to work for him. She's going to ulti to save herself and then flash out of it, and then that's just going to leave Kog'Maw with like 4 people on his head who are all unable to die. So, still, I mean, 2-7 Mordekaiser. I mean, he's going for... Is that Pro Belt? What? Fiendish Codex and a Kindle Gem. Is it like Cosmic Drivers? No, I don't know. What is that? What does that build into again? With the Amp Tome. Okay, he sold the Amp Tome. He sold the Cloth Armor. He's selling items. He hasn't got boots. Okay, he just sold the Fiendish Codex. And now he's bought a Spectre's Kill. What is going on with my gentleman's... Okay, now... Does that... Is it not Giant Spell that goes into... No, Spirit's Visage is a Kindle Gem, right? He's changed his mind. He's now going for Spirit's Visage. I don't know if he needed to like sell everything. Okay, like we saw him sell everything though, right? Like this is bad juju, man, 100%. Second item Runan's Hurricane as well on Jinx. Are we in agreement on that one? I don't know about that. I mean, she's doing fine. No, she's not. She's 2-5. Cool. Glad we're in agreement. I don't hate it as much. I think I'm totally fine with the item choice. I'm less fine with the selling like all your items to buy it, because he probably lost like quite a bit of money. He's already like 4k down on Shen right now, and he just widened that gap even further. I don't know though. I mean, the sad, unfortunate reality is it doesn't really matter like how half decent the Kog'Maw is for the elo that he's in. He doesn't have cleanse. He doesn't have any way of mitigating this ability. He's withered. He can't attack. He probably got like 3 auto attacks out there that entire time with like almost 2 attack speed. Unless he goes to like QSS, which, let's be real, like what W is on what cooldown? 6-second cooldown. What is that going to change for him, man? I guess that Protoplasm Harness, given the 20 ability haste, actually comes out kind of hard, man. It kind of goes raw, actually. The order's a bit fucked because 25% crit rounds with basically no AD. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, Runan's on Jinx is fine. I got no problem with it. I take issue with, like, the ordering. Like, it's definitely not a second item Runan's angle ever, I would probably argue. Unending Despair on Shen. He's he's got 400 stacks of Heart Seal as well. This is going to be a real Soul Baron. I mean, they're still going to get it though. I mean, they got no vision, they got no way of doing things. I mean, yeah, so all he's got is like a Kraken Slayer. He's not even almost. He's not got enough for the BF sword, presumably. Nah, he's like 400 gold off a BF sword for that Infinity Edge he's working on as well. Meanwhile, I mean, he's got 1 item. Meanwhile, like, Aurelian Sol is almost finished stacking Archangels. Like, Seraph's Embrace is fully stacked. He's got 3 items and upgraded boots. Like, that's very scary. That is very scary. Okay, oh, hold on a minute. Let me back that up a little bit and see what we got going on here. This is just like, I think this is just foolish. I mean, that's extremely foolish. That is unbelievably foolish. He wanders back into it, of course. Mordekaiser flashes. He's not going to be able to do anything, though. He has got ulti, but, like... I mean, sure. I guess, like, he might have had a chance of, like, at least taking one of them with him if he maybe turned in Death Realm the Jinx, but it wasn't to be. Kog'Maw and Mel, it's kind of up to them. Kindred is, like, infinitely busier, just, like, auto-attacking very slowly on bot lane minions right now, of course. Okay, that's going to go badly. That's a dead Kog'Maw, that's a dead Mel. I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess and say that Kindred has completely given up. I mean, it was a severely... I mean, Iron players playing Kindred, man. That's just a dangerous situation, bro. That's just... What are we doing here, man? I like... You can play what you want, but there's undeniably champions that you shouldn't be touching at certain levels. I mean, I don't want to touch Kindred, man. Are you kidding me? Like... Any AD carry in the jungle, if it goes even remotely badly, is just grounds for disaster. I can't be dealing with it. I don't want to be dealing with it. I simply can't. Okay, I simply can't. Regardless, that was an interesting game. That was probably one of the least bloodbathy games I have ever seen in my entire life on Iron, man. That being said, though, there was some shocking maneuvers, man. The itemization was all over the gaff. Regardless, thank you so much for watching this episode of Iron Spectators. Hope you enjoy it. If you happen to do any digging or any stumbling around on Iron, then by all means, please let me know. You can send me an email if you want to. Also, you can check out the second channel for Filth Diamond. Check out the third channel for indie games and all that kind of jazz. And I'll see you all next time. Have a great one. See you!